Hi everybody. As you can see, it is yet another rainy, nasty, just terribly cold, raw morning here in the Northeast. And I don't know about you, but I am just tired of the rain and the wet and the lack of sun. I need sunshine. And it's been such an unpredictable spring, despite what the groundhog said for this year, that here we are on March 22nd and I don't have any spring color in my garden or around my house with the exception of a small patch of daffodils. And I desperately need to feel like spring is coming. So we are going to focus today on trying to make it just feel a little bit light and bright, and we will fake it till we can make it, and the sun will shine for us here in New York. And I'm going to start today with my two planters that I got at the Dollar Tree Plus section that will flank my front door, just so that when I walk up I can see some color. Now what we're going to be doing is planting them with a mix of perennials and some typical spring color plants like violas and pansies. The goal is that I will actually get to the hellebores and the ranunculus after they have done blooming and store the corms of the ranunculus away so that I can reuse them for next year and get the hellebores into the garden to enjoy for years to come in another section. But for now, I just need to see color every time I come and go out of the house. So these are the two planters that we are dealing with, and this is our color recipe. Because my front porch is comprised mostly of navy and gray and very cool tones, while I want color, I don't want anything that's going to clash too terribly. So what we have here are the Matrix Primrose Pansy in a very soft buttery yellow color. We have the Sorbet Lavender Pink Viola. I never know if I'm saying that right. We have a beautiful ranunculus. I couldn't get two of the same exact variety, but they will be close enough. My daughter wanted to pick up two snapdragons, which we think will open pink. We'll throw them into these pots somewhere. If they do open pink, I think that they will correspond very nicely with the underside of these hellebores. We could deadhead this one just slightly, but that will be our central plant. And like I said, it'll be just a nice, cool, but yet pop of something when we are entering and leaving the front of the house. So let's get to it. And as always, I only half know what I'm doing, mostly from watching other YouTube channels. So I'm glad you're along for the ride, but keep in mind, I'm always just winging it. I'm not sure if I showed you the tags. So the hellebores is this variety. It's the Ice and Roses White. Lenten Rose. I picked them up at our local nursery yesterday. I must have chosen the wrong 15 minutes to try to get these planters done because just the amount of background noise, wind, rain splattering, cars going by, it ended up being a little bit too difficult to hear me, especially for my daughter who was filming over my shoulder. So I'd like to thank Carolina for doing her best, but I think doing a voiceover from this point forward would help explain what's going on a little bit better. So as you can see, I'm placing the hellebores in the center horizontally
of the container, but toward the back, so closer to the wall. That way, the beautiful fronds and the hanging drop nature of the petals can really fall over the entire container for just a beautiful, graceful presence. I'm placing the ranunculus just in front and to the side of that. And then for that little splash of color, I will put the Snapdragon on the other side. Like I said, hopefully it will open pink, which I think will be a nice calming and cool color that should complement the underside of the hellebore beautifully. And then in order to create a little bit of spillage and just like a soft pillowy front focal point of this container, I will alternate between the soft lavender and the buttery yellow of the viola and pansy. I think that it will make a beautiful full container. I haven't added any amendments because it's a spring container, so I don't think that they are going to need a lot of help other than what's in the soil. And the other reason placing the hellebore and ranunculus toward the back is that if I do swap them out for some summer color or summer interest plants, and I choose to keep the viola and pansies, the annuals, toward the front, it will be easier not to disturb roots, not to disturb soil, just to take those two items out of this container. And like I said, I can store the corms and I can plant the hellebores, but I could swap something else in that back section a little bit easier. I also went with these cool tones because you could see my porch floor is gray. I have a navy door, a light tan trim, and I think the creams and the lavenders are nice complementary colors. I'm not a huge fan of the heavy oranges and bright fuchsias. As much as they would be a beautiful pop of color, at this point in the season, I think I just want to go with classic Lenten type colors. I think they turned out beautifully. They really add to my peace of mind at this point more than anything. It feels so good to come in and out and have these on either side of my door. And I really thank you for watching.